Alright, so we're on. I should ask what outfit should I actually use on this? Because I know that there's going to be a bit of delay to the actual you hearing this. Okay, I'll go panda then, since most have gone panda. It's what I use in the arcade anyway. Alright, so Ghost Squad in the arcade is like really easy, unless if you change the difficulty level. On the original version of Ghost Squad, you had to use a card to raise the level. It goes all the way up to 16, which is like a bit extreme. So, for scoring purposes, level 8 is the best of the lot. Yeah, I'm afraid I can't use every single costume. I can't please everyone there. So this game is a bit like Virtua Cop, except it's got like quick time events, slightly different scoring system, similar difficulty, lots of health items, and different paths as well, which is quite nice.
Mission start.
So this is an additional mission. If you pick a higher level, you have to stop this meter. If you play it on level 8, it's best to watch it, and if it hits the absolute red line at the top there, you know that the next time it goes around it will be a lot easier to stop. Like that. And thankfully I did it right. And that's a 2 body 1 head there. That was quite safer there. So you can only have one item at once in this game. So I picked up the armor and then I picked up the high cap magazine. So I no longer have the body armor. I did that just to get the extra points. And this, if you take this extra route on the left, you shoot like 3 enemies and that's it. There's not really much point in actually doing this apart from just showing it. And then you can turn the lights off, which just makes it harder for yourself, which is a bit pointless. So just don't even bother with that. This enemy, you got to shoot really low to get 2 body, but I'm good at shooting him too late like that. So a skill in this game is overlaying enemies over the top of each other and then shooting them, so you get double down like this. It increases your accuracy and also gives you a bonus on every single shot. It is where the majority of the extra scoring in this game is. So here's the first quick time event. So I have to press the button and it starts there on the first target. And then there. So you just have to press the button. If it's on lower levels, you only have one thing to press at. Then there's 2, and then there's 3. And then if you got all the way up to level 16, there's just 1, and it's really fast. So I take the hostage.
There are hostages up ahead. Release as many as possible. Hands in the air. I'm not a terrorist. Whatever you do, don't shoot at the hostages.
It's quite easy to shoot them.
Freeze. Don't point
Right,
the
now
gun
there's
at
an
me.
enemy there. And then there's a hostage.
Freeze.
And then there's another hostage, and then there's an enemy that I shoot using the armrest of the chair, like that.
On your knees.
I'm not a terrorist.
This one
Don't
runs,
move. Help me.
and this guy flies upwards, which is funny.
I'm not a terrorist.
This one runs away. But if you capture him too quick, he gets in the way of that next enemy. And then one more.
On your knees.
You only need 8 to get excellent. Excellent awards you 10,000 points. And good's only 5,000.
You have saved the hostages. Proceed with the mission. Move quick.
And there's some health in the coffee machine at the back there. This way shoot enemies through the floor. Here's the first medal. That body armor takes away the high cap magazine that I picked up ages ago.
Go straight. Drop your weapon. I thought I smelled rats. Eliminate them. Caution. Reload. The leader is Lakard Zamoon, the cadre of the Indigo Wolves. Wilco.
So here, just leave him just as absolutely late as possible to get a double down. Anything over 100,000 at this point is like really good, so it's not too bad. I always take the left side here. Usually that one shoots before the one on the right. But this time it didn't.
The president is inside. Enter with caution.
Alright, so the boss has a glitch in the arcade version where if you just fire randomly, it actually counts as you clearing the mission and awarding all the points. Sadly, they fixed that for the Wii version, and it's really hard to actually shoot him in the head on here. Right, I've missed that. I'm sadly, but I'm quite used to missing that. So that you drop 20,000 for missing him, and you'd lose 10,000 for not getting the excellent.
What are you guys doing?
The accuracy bonus is awarded at 10,000 if you 50%, and then XP additional percent is another 1,000. So I got 60,000, so that's 50 over 10. So that means my accuracy was actually 100% on the actual 100.
Choose your mission.
But you can get it way over that. You can get it to like 150%. But you just have to be like really... You just got to be really accurate and just not shoot enemies that are just on their own as well. I'm not a fan of one-shot things in like gun games, I'm afraid.
Your mission: terminate the terrorists and rescue the leaders. Remember, you're the Ghost Squad. Don't leave any traces behind.
Alpha Blue.
But if that was the arcade version, it still would have awarded all them points. So it wouldn't have mattered at all. I'd have been on 260,000, which would have been a really great score.
Go, go, go! Mission start. Oh no! What happened? We've got company.
Oh yeah, you can fail all 3 missions and still 1 CC the game.
Go!
That's how good it is.
Over here.
So it's not a good idea to skip this bit. Yellow, blue, red, I should say. Yellow, blue, red. See, if you do it within 1 second, you get excellent on this level. There, just within 1 second.
The bomb has been deactivated. Proceed with the mission.
It's the MOD. Where are you?
They're after us.
I'm over here.
The enemies are still around.
I'm over here. Got sight.
So every time you fill up the GS meter, you end up getting additional shots. So with this weapon, you get 3 shot bursts, and they're quite useful.
Entrance clear.
Threats are down. Hostages are safe.
Don't know how I took a hit there. I was trying to be too safe.
Charge!
Alright, so now it's the basement section, which is one of the most fun bits in the game because you just get to shoot enemies really quick.
Rest of you enter the restaurant.
Where are you? I'm over here.
I sometimes leave this enemy way too late and then get hit. Oh. There's a trick in this game that most people don't know, where if you let an enemy almost shoot you, then the next enemy won't actually shoot.
Excellent work. Group with Bravo and Charlie.
And I get my health back here now. Yeah, back to 100%. So next section is the
Restaurant area clear.
first sniper section.
Calling for rescue unit.
There's actually a strategy of pressing the action button or start to skip it at a certain point where you can actually shoot two enemies at the same time. Where if you just mashed on start, they wouldn't be, and you'd have to take more time. But you still need to clear it without missing a shot to get excellent, which is pretty hard. I did it.
The enemy units have been eliminated.
First time in a while I've done that.
Oh no! I'm over here. Searching all rooms.
So I would recommend everyone to take this option and not this option because it's so hard, but I'll show you what it's like. This is the hardest bit in the entire game.
There are hostages.
Definitely.
Release as many as possible.
Hands in the air. I'm not a terrorist.
And I'll try and get excellent on it. But it's pretty difficult.
Don't shoot at the hostages.
Hands in the air. Gun at me. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a terrorist. Dot sight. Hurry.
Be careful of the hostages.
Freeze. Don't shoot. Help me. On your knees. Don't point the gun at me. Don't move. Get down. Don't point the gun at me. Don't move. Hands in the air. Help me. On your knees. All men. Hands in the air. Don't shoot.
I intentionally leave that one because he just gets in the way of that enemy. And I use this enemy's shoulder to position to shoot this guy because he shoots straight away.
On your knees. I'm not a terrorist.
And then there's a knife guy. And that's excellent. Which deserves a thumbs up.
You have saved the hostages. Proceed with the mission. A secret passage to the underground has been discovered near the hotel. We'll open the door from here. Neutralize the enemy. The image has been analyzed. The man in the center is Alex Havoc.
You've been surrounded. Release the hostages and surrender. He's going up the stairs. You, go after him. We'll neutralize the terrorists and rescue the hostages.
So you get a high cap magazine like right at the end of the stage, which is a bit strange. But I still make slight use out of it by not reloading. So it stutters slightly here, so you get for like a second or two.
For your end, ignorant fools.
It's not as bad if you play the PAL Wii version. All of the cutscenes are terrible on that. There's a glitch on this boss where sometimes shots don't count when they really should do. So that hit. That hit. That hit. And that hit, thankfully. So accuracy bonus of 58,000, so that's 98% accuracy. Slightly less then.
Choose your mission. Mission 3.
Got to get this quick shot straight away.
Mission start.
Ah, I tried. So in the past I used to take this option, but on level 8 it's really difficult, and this is the better, and it's the most scoring way to go. It's more fun as well. Like, you get to shoot enemies from boxes like that. And you get to shoot, like, somehow you shoot through there and you get health. And this sniping section, there's an easy way and there's a hard way. And the hard way is what I like to do. There, that's it. Right, so close to the hostage, but you get both of them. It's alright, there's some more health anyway. So this next bit is the most frustrating bit in the game, where you have to pick one of these huts. That one awards you no points. One of the other two will award you 45,000. I'm guessing it's this one, and it's not. So you would get a quick time event, but instead you just get these enemies. Lots of double downs and some more. Basically, the more words that appear, the better you're doing on this game. double down there. So if you move straight, this is the last of the button press quick time events. It starts there where the knife is at the beginning of that that animation. And this last one here is so quick. That very last one, the 8th one. And then in true Sega's style, they put an enemy that shoots really quick right after that. Yeah. I'm sure anyone who's played it has got hit by that enemy after it. And you can't get a quick shot at that enemy for some reason. But then this enemy, it's easy to get a quick shot. Now you get a dot sight, and you remove the traps. After him doing some weird hand signals. So now you have to mash the action button like repeatedly to, yeah, like it says.
Don't be a fool by shooting at those mines. Remove them carefully.
And once it gets to 1, it blows up straight after 1. So there's no 0. It just goes 1 and then explodes. They're always in the same order though, if you play in the same level, so it's not really that difficult after you've done it a couple of times. You just start from the left and go right. Because that one on the left starts first.
Removal of the landmine confirmed. Well done. Hurry to the rendezvous point.
This next section is my favourite bit in the whole game. It's just really fast and fun. And loads of like stuff like this. It's just great. And then shoot a tree. Two more enemies. Oh yeah, I should say that on the very first version of the arcade, you could get a quick shot or you could get a good shot. So quick shot is shooting the enemy quick, good shot is shooting the enemy on the head. If you shot the enemy on the head but quick, you only got a good shot, and a good shot scores you less than a quick shot. So they fixed it and added the bonuses for both good shot and quick shot. So you get a quick good shot.
Can't this go any faster? Enemy on the left.
Here it's so easy to shoot the guy instead, but you just don't shoot him.
Enemy shooting from above.
If you shoot these once, then you can double down them like that. It's nice. Yes. This bit's difficult but fun. So it's just a bit before the final boss now. There are two ways to take this out. Either you do it really quick and get the excellent bonus, a hopeful one, or you do it slow and get the two body bonuses off all the grenade throwers, which is much harder to do, and unless if you don't do it really well, you end up scoring a similar amount, so you may as well just blast this through as quick as possible. There we go. So the aim is to do it with over 20 seconds left. Uh, 22, so that's great. The final boss, if you shoot his shield, it doesn't count towards accuracy, so you just throw in the accuracy bonus down. So you just keep on chucking grenades and hope they hit. If you mash on the button, it doesn't seem to move. And he throws grenades after a while, but once you've beat him, you can't stop the grenades from hitting you, but it doesn't do anything, and that's a 1cc as well.
It's the world record!
So the scoring of the first stage, messing up the boss 30,000, and then picking the wrong cut 45,000, so you could add 75,000 to this score, and that's what it should have been. So yeah, it could have been something good, but just under 900,000 is pretty amazing for this anyway. Alright, I'll just skip the credits because they're not exactly exciting. Oh yeah, in the arcade I'm also level 99 with similar stats to that as well. And here's just like my name like over and over.
Game over.
So yeah, thanks everyone, and thanks for having me on this. It's been fun today. I'm on tomorrow doing Vampire Knight, which I'm really dreading because it's way harder than both these games put together. Also doing Sega Rally, which should be quite fun. Next we've got Mr. Driller with Being You. I know that's a great game that I've played quite a lot.